Hello neighbors, welcome to the segment of Whiskey Questions where I try to answer, starting now, some basic whiskey questions, but we'll go from there if you can submit them down below. This today is about what is single malt. I actually do get asked that a while, and so I thought let's get into it because single malt doesn't mean single cask or single distillation, so what really does it mean? In this case, single malt means single, all the liquid you're about to enjoy comes from one distillery, and malt, it's 100% malted barley. So it's a single grain, in this case a very specific grain, malted barley, and single, it's all from one distillery. Another miscomprehension though, or misunderstanding, is that single malt has to come from Scotland. And I've got three great examples up here. These are each single malts from Scotland. But then I've got three others up here just to say, you know what, you can have an Irish single malt, this is an American single malt, and this is a Canadian single malt. So again, they can all be classified as single malt if they're one distillery, they're not getting it from somewhere else, and it's 100% barley. Now, Scotch is definitely the most famous, but don't be put off by trying single malts from other countries. They might have different styles, different flavors, but certainly worth checking out. You know, single malts can be peated like this one. This one's also pretty sweet with a cherry, kind of a little more age stamp and mix of different barrels. Remember, there's not a single cask, or they can be cask strength like this Highland Park. Boy, that's a bruiser, but certainly worth checking out. There are such a thing as single malt, single casks. I have an example here. This is Macaloni's. Haven't opened it up yet. But what's unique about this is it's still a single malt, but now that it's a single cask, they've taken that liquid out. They have added some water to it to get it to the ABV or proof they want, but there's no other casks involved. The challenge with single casks is they can be really like an amazing hit, like a honey barrel, like wow, but they can be challenging. And the art of blending within your distillery to get the flavor profile you're right is really an important thing. Another miscomprehension though is that all Scotch is single malt. That's just not true. I thought I would share with you this one here. This is Dewar's. But it says right on here, blended Scotch whiskey. So it's Scotch whiskey, it's from Scotland, it's absolutely Scotch. You know, this 21 is actually a favorite of mine. It's quite nice, but it has grain in there as well as malt. Different proportions and whatnot, but that is not a single malt, that's a blend. So here's single malt. Is it inherently better? I don't believe so, but I know distilleries put a lot of time and quality behind their single malts. So often they've really selected what they're looking for, and some blends can be a little bit more, blended for consistent taste year over year. Not always the case. There are some great blended whiskeys out there. What other questions might you have? Tell me down below. I'd love to start answering yours instead of just starting with the basics.